Okay, in this session, you're going to do a button. You're going to design a button, and then you're going to make it also interactive through using prototype. And I think we're going to do that in less than 3-5 minutes. Then we do also a checkbox or a radio button. So you're going to do 2 components today. Okay, let's begin. So for the button, you start with the text tool, come there, then maybe I can write subscribe, yeah, then give it a shift A, auto layout, then give it a stroke there. Then when you're creating a button, there's a rule that applies. For every vertical padding, you have to put a double horizontal padding. So here the vertical is 10, so in horizontal you have to put 20. That, then we give it a border radius of, or corner radius of, let's say 16, like that. Then subscribe, I use color red because since YouTube mainly has a red button for subscribe, so fill, I can just write red here, the number red. Then the subscribe, I'll change it to white, then I'll give it a semi-bold, then I'll give it I'll remove the stroke for it to look nicer. So there, this is how you create a button. Now I want to create a component also, so that with an hover effect and also a click or tap effect. So I'll duplicate this one. I will duplicate this one here. I'll duplicate it 3 times or 2, but okay, let me undo. I'll duplicate it 2 times, then we'll have 3 items, so like that. So the second one, it will be for the hover effect, and this one will be a click effect or a tap effect. So let me say, okay, you see this subscribe, I'm going to turn it to red, and then I'm going to give it a stroke of red also, this one. Stroke of red, then I'm going to give it a fill of white, so it's going to look like that. And then this one, then the third one I will have to leave it like that, so which means I'm going to change this one, the first one. So the first one, let's leave it with the red, but I'm going to change the red strength here, and then say 20. Let me see how it look like. It will be a fainted red. Or I can give it a black stroke with a white fill. Black stroke with a white fill. Where is this fill? Here. like that, and then the text I'll give it a dark color there, like that. So if you hover, it will be like this. Then if you select or you tap or click, it will change to this one. Then I'll come here, I will select this one, and this one. Then I come here, then I create a component set. So let's say, let me call it a button component. Then I will then again I'll come, now we'll do a checkbox. No, not a checkbox, I'll do a radio button. So come here, take an ellipse there, then I'll give it a width of, let's say 40 by 40. Let me see how it okay there. Then I'll give it a stroke, then I will duplicate it. Then the second one, I'll give it a width of 20 by 20. There. Then I'll give it a fill of black. Then this one, I'll give it a fill of white. There. Then I'll take this one and make sure it is the center. Then I'll highlight everything. Then I'll right click, then I do a group selection. You see, now they can move together. So that's a group selection. Then I will duplicate this one. I can either right click, copy, then select outside and then paste here. It will, or I can right click, hold on Alt key, then double click, then scroll, then drag. Then it will give me a duplicate. That's the easiest way. Again, I'll do it for third time, second time rather, not third time. But I'm having 3 elements of the same type. There. Now the first, I think it will be, we leave it like that. Then this one, we change the fill to red. Then also the outer stroke also red. And then here now, then here I'll remove this stroke for the inner ellipse like that. Then here, now the white fill, I'm going to give it a red, and then the inner ellipse, I'm going to give it a fill of white. Yes, and then I'll be removing this inner one, this inner stroke. Don't know if it's looking okay, but hopefully but it's good. Then I will highlight each one of them in that row, in that manner. Then I'm going to create a component set. Then I'll write here radio button, then now I'm going to do a checkbox. So for checkbox, I will come to my plugins here. Let me search Iconify. Then I'll run it. I'll search for checkbox. So I will take two, this one 24, 32 by each icon has a dimension, so you have to consider also. So I will take this one and this one, so I will drag it there. Then also I will take this empty one, drag it there, then I will close it. So this one has a dimension of 32 by 32, so which means also, and this one has a 24 by 24, so I'll change this one also, so it will be 32 by 32, so that they can have same width and same height. Then this one I will give it a let me see. So this one I will give it a for black fill. Let me see if I can give it a red like that. So you can choose a color that you will use. For me, today I'm choosing red. Then this one, then this other one, or rather, okay, this one can be red. Let me see if I can check its components. This one is, and this one. Okay, yeah. Let this be red, and this one will be black. Or they can just remain red, all of them. Will it look good? Yeah, it's okay. Then highlight everything, create a component set. Then rename this one to checkbox. Now let's do the prototyping now. So let's start with the okay, let's just go with start with this one, the checkbox. Come to prototype, come here, then like that. Then here on top, let it be in on top. Then here let it be instant. Then close that one. I go select this one there, and on top instant, which means you can tap and also and you can do it and also undo it. Close that one. Now let's come to this one. Now from this one to this one, we are going to create a hover while hovering, no, not on top, while hovering. Then here do a smart animate, or you can do an instant since there's no motion in like yeah. So instant, then close it. Then from here you can put on top instant. Then again you can this from the last one goes to the first one, and that will be done. I'm having second thoughts of changing the stroke for this. Let me see, for stroke. Let me put it to be white. Yeah, now it's look. No, it doesn't. Let me just undo. Let it just be like that. So let's come to for the subscribe button. prototype, while hovering, close, on top, close. Then this one again, when you tap you undo it and it goes back to the first state. Yeah, so like that. I've told you, if these are components, which means you have to get them from the assets, but the easiest way is just to you just have to take the first instance. Let's say just click on it, then drag it or copy it. There, that's the first one. Then this one, the second one. No, you have to drag, you have to like copy, not cut. Then this one also. And then now we'll prototype this one. Not prototype, sorry. We will preview. So you see, this is while hovering. If I get the mouse, if I take the mouse away, it turns to black. If I put the mouse on top of this button, it comes back to red. Then if I select, it gives me the selected state. Then if I come back to radio button, if I put the mouse on top of the radio button, it gives me an over effect. If I select, the state changes. Then again, for the checkbox, it's only for selecting, like that. If I unselect it, it unchecks the button, the checkbox. If I undo it, that way. Yeah, so that will be it for this session. It was for buttons, radio buttons, and checkbox. Next we'll be doing drop down UI elements. Okay.